Thank you. Good afternoon and welcome. My name is Petra Hauf. I'm the Vice President St. John at the University of New Brunswick. We are delighted to have such a large and excited group here today for this very special and important announcement. Let's start with acknowledging that UMB stands on the unsurrendered and unceded traditional Wolastoqey land. The lands of the Wabanaki people are recognized in a series of peace and friendship treaties to establish an ongoing relationship of peace, friendship, and mutual respect between equal nations. The river that runs through our city is known as Wolastoq, along which live Wolastoqey, the people of the beautiful and bountiful river. Wolastoq is also called the St. John River. I would like to extend a special welcome to our speakers today. The Honorable Dominique Leblanc, Minister of Intergovernmental Affairs, Infrastructure and Communities, the Honorable Plain Hicks, Premier of the Province of New Brunswick, Member of Parliament Wayne Long, representing St. John Rothsay, the Honorable Trevor Holder, Minister of Post-Secondary Education, Training and Labour, and UMB President and Vice Chancellor Paul Motherwell, who will be joining us virtually from Australia. I'm proud to note that these distinguished gentlemen, from whom you will be hearing shortly, are all graduates of this university. I also want to acknowledge Dorothy Shepherd, Gary Crossman, Donna Reardon, Paulette Hicks, Alison McCain, Robin Tingley, Tom Cribbins, Larry Hashi, Jill Jolino, Senator Quinn, Ted Fleming, and all the other members of board, council, faculty, staff, students, alumni, and friends. As your invitation stated, we are gathered here this afternoon for an important infrastructure announcement in support of the Integrated Health Initiative. The Integrated Health Initiative, or IHI, how we call it, is an ambitious new program based here on the St. John campus with a mission to help transform healthcare for the people of New Brunswick and Canada through education, research, innovation, and entrepreneurship. Our approach is interdisciplinary, bringing together biomedical sciences, social sciences, and business education, as well as Indigenous knowledge. We are taking full advantage of UMB's unique proximity to Dalhousie Medicine New Brunswick, the Horizon Health Network, the St. John Regional Hospital, and the New Brunswick Community College Allied Health to work in partnership and create meaningful collaborations. Launched in September of 2020, with nearly 200 students already enrolled, our Bachelor of Health degree program is educating the bold thinkers. We will need to drive excellence and innovation to implement groundbreaking solutions and to lead systemic reforms. The first of these students will graduate in May. IHI will also contribute to UNB's Action Plan for Truth and Reconciliation through a course on Indigenous health that will be required of all students in the Bachelor of Health degree program. We are clustering researchers in teams to make cutting-edge discoveries in technology, systems, and policies to address issues of public concerns, such as aging in the community, managing in health, child rights for child health, and the digital transformation of healthcare. We will be providing students with the opportunity to spearhead new developments in the health sector, then getting these new ideas out into the market and into the hand of practitioners through knowledge transfer and commercialization. Our ultimate goal is to create a national center of excellence in healthcare and social innovation, right here, capable of impacting the province, the region, and the country. Our aspirations and the growth plan to achieve them require state-of-the-art, purpose-built infrastructure, which is what we are here to talk about today. And there is no better spokesperson on infrastructure in Canada than the Honourable Dominique Leblanc, an 8-term member of Parliament for the riding of Beausejour. He has held a variety of major portfolios over the past 22 years, but it is in his capacity as the Minister currently responsible for infrastructure that I'm pleased to invite him to the podium. Minister Leblanc.
So thank you very much. Merci beaucoup, Dr. Hauff, for the kind introduction. I won't go through the list of dignitaries that have joined us today. I think Dr. Hauff did, but just to say that I'm particularly pleased to be here with Premier Higgs, with whom I work on many important things for the province of New Brunswick, and this project today has certainly been a priority for the Higgs government, and it's been something that I've been very happy to work with him on because I recognize the importance for the province. I'm also very happy to be here with my colleague in the House of Commons, Wayne Long. Now, Wayne pointed out to me, I hadn't noticed the sign up there, the Wayne and Denise Long Student Lounge. So I'll be checking with Dr. Masrol. I didn't know that $100 and could get your pompous name on a wall. Blaine's going to put 120 and get like a whole garage or something. But I'm happy to be here with Wayne. Wayne has talked to us about this important project also for a long time. Senator Quinn, always a pleasure to be with a fellow parliamentarian. Many members of the New Brunswick cabinet are here. It's also a privilege to be in your city and in your region. And Mr. McCain, once again, it's a privilege to see you, to be with you, and thank you for the remarkable work that you've done for this university and its campuses around the province. So thank you very much for that. L'objectif de notre gouvernement demeure de bâtir un avenir meilleur, un Canada plus prospère, c'est clair, plus résilient et plus durable pour tous. Et c'est pourquoi notre gouvernement continue de faire des investissements importants qui améliorent la vie des Canadiens. And for our government, investing in infrastructure is obviously an important element of empowering communities. They're also important investments to our economy. They create jobs, but they also support communities and innovation for decades to come. That's why I'm happy to announce that the Government of Canada is investing $15.2 million to build a new health and social innovation centre here on the UNB St. John campus. As I said, this has been an important source of conversation and work between the Government of New Brunswick and the Government of Canada for some time. Wayne Long has talked to me about this and a number of other priorities in this part of New Brunswick, and I know this is important for him. If it's important for him, it's important for our government as well. So I'm very, very happy to be with you today. I was saying to a few people when I came in, I first heard about Tucker Park and the Health Sciences Building from a childhood friend of mine, Dr. Mark Pelletier, who had worked at the Cardiac Surgery Center here at the hospital for a number of years. And Dr. Pelletier was married to a woman from Moncton. They had a cottage in Kokang down the shore from where I am in the summer. And Mark, of course, went to the United States, stayed here for a while, and then moved to the United States. But I sent him the communications package that I got on Friday from my department. I said, federal government speed, 7 or 8 years is fast. But it's a project that I've heard about from friends of mine literally years ago, and that's why I'm so happy that today we're finally getting it done in partnership with the university and the government of New Brunswick. Les Canadiens sont depuis longtemps des pionniers dans le domaine de la santé et de la recherche médicale. Et grâce à cet investissement, à ce partenariat entre le gouvernement du Nouveau-Brunswick, le gouvernement du Canada et l'Université du Nouveau-Brunswick à Saint-Jean, nous poursuivons cette tradition d'excellence et d'innovation avec un investissement fédéral de 15,2 millions de dollars dans un centre de santé et d'innovation ici à Saint-Jean. Located here Located here, as I said, on the University of New Brunswick campus in St. John, this new Health and Social Innovation Center will improve access to state-of-the-art teaching and research facilities, as well as informal learning and study spaces, while supporting a sustainable and energy-efficient campus. Le projet mènera à la création d'un nouveau bâtiment de 3 étages et demi, d'une superficie de 65 000 pieds carrés, qui surplombera la cour du campus et la rivière Kennebecasis. La nouvelle installation sera un bel espace d'apprentissage et de développement pour les étudiants et le corps enseignant. So everyone in New Brunswick and across the country will benefit from the work that will take place here in St. John on the University of New Brunswick campus. Not only will the new facility, as I said in French a second ago, provide access to high-quality healthcare education, it will help strengthen the province's healthcare system and research capacity well into the future. We have made, as a government, and will continue to make, key investments in infrastructure across the country, but obviously particularly close to my heart, in the province of New Brunswick. The New Brunswick government has been a great partner as we've been elaborating a plan of the right infrastructure investments to make together for our province. There was an important announcement last week at the Community College here in St. John. Today is another continuation of that work that the Premier and I have been doing together, and I look forward, Premier, to many other important announcements in the months and years ahead. As Petra said, the University of New Brunswick is my alma mater. I went to law school on the Fredericton campus, and when I finished law school, I articled in St. John. I lived uptown here for a year, so this is an important part of my history in New Brunswick, your city and the university, but I recognize the important economic and social engine that this region and this city is for our province and therefore for the country. So I'm very, very happy to join all of you in this very, very important day. And final thing, many of you came out on a snowy Monday afternoon to hear this important news for your city and your campus. And I wanted to thank you very much and wish all of you a very happy holiday, a Merry Christmas et une bonne année 2023. Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Minister LeBlanc, for this exceptionally good news. We are gratified that you share our vision for the Integrated Health Initiative. With the Health and Social Innovation Center, we are not only creating a space to foster teaching, learning, research, and collaboration, we are also committed to constructing this state-of-the-art facility to meet green building standards, aiming for high LEED standard, achieving high-energy building efficiencies, installing geothermal technology, allowing for substantial carbon offset and energy reductions in daily operations, and encouraging healthy behavior. We know these measures are likewise of considerable importance to the province of New Brunswick, which is also a partner in this project. Our Premier, Blaine Hicks, has been the MLA for Quispamsis since 2010, serving as Minister of Finance in the David Alward government. He became New Brunswick's 34th Premier in 2018 and was re-elected to his 4th term in the legislature in 2020. Mr. Premier, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, and good afternoon, everyone. Bonjour. You know, there you see it firsthand. You see, you read a lot of things in the paper about Minister LeBlanc and myself sparring back and forth. We do a lot of that in open forum, but we're best of buds inside, right? So it is a pleasure to be here today, and there are a lot of projects we're working on for the province in its entirety, and it is good to have a partner to do just that. So, Minister LeBlanc, thank you. It's a great day for UNBSJ, the city, the St. John, and the entire province. So I'm pleased here, as I say, to be here with Minister LeBlanc, with Dr. Huff, MP Long, Minister Holder, President Mazerolle, who is joining us virtually to make this important announcement, and also to my colleagues in the provincial government and colleagues in council, colleagues in the university, and throughout this fine city. It's a new day in medicine. It's a new day in our abilities and what we can drive for change and how we manage differently, how we innovate. Everywhere in the country we have a challenge in healthcare, so we're not unique. And so the innovation is going to make the difference in any one of our provinces. and that we can be leaders here in New Brunswick as well as any other province to drive that change that's going to make a difference for all of us. I can tell you that what we're announcing today has been a collaborative effort, one that has been strongly supported by our caucus, as well as the university community and the community of St. John. Je peux vous dire que l'annonce aujourd'hui est le fruit d'une collaboration qui a reçu un grand soutien de la part de notre caucus, ainsi que du monde universitaire et de la communauté de St. John. The new UNB St. John Health and Social Innovation Center will be at the heart of a cluster of health-related resources currently available at Tucker Park, including Dalhousie Medicine, New Brunswick, Horizon Health Network, St. John Regional Hospital, and the New Brunswick Community College. We are investing in a state-of-the-art infrastructure in this center that will support the growth of the health sciences and technology sector in this province. What is truly exciting is that the Health and Social Innovation Center will be home to a new 4-year interdisciplinary undergraduate program in health. Et ce qu'il y a de vraiment intéressant ici, c'est qu'un nouveau programme interdisciplinaire de premier cycle universitaire dans le domaine de la santé, d'une durée de 4 ans, sera offert au Centre d'innovation. It is estimated that up to 500 new students will be enrolled in this program at UNB St. John within 5 years. This will indeed help to address the labor demand in the province's healthcare sector. Recognizing the difference this will make, I am very pleased to announce that our government is investing more than $12 million towards the construction of the new Health and Social Innovation Center. The new facility will be the foundation for the proposed health and technology district being developed right here in St. John on this very campus. It will attract private sector investment, create jobs, and contribute to our economic growth. This is good news for the city of St. John, but as the province as a whole, and I would say as the country as a whole, because again, recognizing the leadership role we can play in healthcare right across this fine nation. C'est une bonne nouvelle pour la vie de St. Jean et pour toute la province. In closing, I want to thank the federal government for its support on this project, along with everyone involved in making this a reality. We are announcing here today what we are announcing will have a positive impact on our current and future generations of this province. Thank you. Merci.
Thank you very much, Premier Hicks. Your government's commitment is a tremendous vote of confidence for the Integrated Health Initiative, one that will provide encouragement and incentive to meet our goals. These goals are numerous, ambitious and far-reaching. Not only do they focus on the transformation of healthcare and addressing urgent social challenges through education and research, they also foster and strengthen community engagement, meet objectives of environmental responsibility and sustainability, and take tangible steps towards truth and reconciliation. Indigenous knowledges are a key component of the Bachelor of Health program. And features of the Health and Social Innovation Center will include a gallery of Indigenous art in the main foyer and an adjacent healing garden, designed with guidance from Indigenous elders and advisors to support healing, truth and reconciliation between Indigenous and settler communities, and to provide new green space on campus for reflection and celebration. As I mentioned earlier, we have a succession of UNB alumni at the podium today, among them Wayne Long, who has been the Member of Parliament for St. John Rothesay since 2015. Prior to his political career, he put his UNB business degree to good use as a seafood executive and as president of our very own national champion Sea Dogs. I'm pleased to invite MP Long to say a few words.
Well, good afternoon. It's certainly great to be here. This is a day that I've dreamed about for many, many years. And just for the record, it was $200. It wasn't $100 up there. Yeah, U.S. You know, I look around the room and I just see, you know, so many business leaders, community leaders, friends. You know, I see people like Tom Gribbins, Larry Hashi, I know Shelley Reinhardt's here, people that have been involved with UNB St. John for so many years. And I remember, you know, being elected in 2015 and came here for an event in 2016. And that's when the IHI was first mentioned to me, 2016. I was like, IHI, what's that? Well, I got to know what that was, and certainly have always advocated for that. As Dominic would say, you know, we are very privileged to sit in caucus meetings with Dominic, and we have New Brunswick caucus on Tuesday morning, we have Atlantic caucus on Wednesday morning, and National caucus, and there'd rarely be a New Brunswick or Atlantic caucus meeting that would go by where I wouldn't have my list of priorities. And those of you that follow me on social media would know I have a whiteboard in my office with all these different projects on it, and I'm pretty thrilled today to be able to put a line through this project. And, you know, Petra and I have, you know, obviously developed a great friendship through this, and certainly we would talk week in and week out, if you will, about the IHI and how federally we could find a way to help the province fund this. It's not always easy federally to find streams for post-secondary institutions, but, you know, we got a great leader here in Dominic LeBlanc on the infrastructure side, and we found the right path through infrastructure. And, you know, Premier Higgs and Dominic, I can't thank you enough for what you're doing. You're, like, look, when I went here in 2000, or when I graduated here, in 1986, 87, and I always joke in the hallways, you can see my picture, and I'm not in the black and white, and I'm not in the color. I'm kind of that in-between era where the pictures are kind of faded. That's where I was. But, you know, when I first went here, there was Hazen Hall, there was Ganong Hall, there was the Field House, and really that was about it. In a student union, we have meetings with, you know, obviously Dr. Condon, George Steers, Chris Callback, and others. And, you know, I was a part of the student union that was very involved and had an opportunity to be involved in the Dr. Condon Student Center. I mean, from that, obviously, we've got, you know, Casey Irving Center. We got this beautiful Hans Clone building. We got MBCC here, Dal Med. I mean, this university is just on the cusp of exploding with growth. And we've got such a great story to tell here at UNB St. John. So, you know, I look around and I'm just in awe of this campus, how beautiful and the potential it has. I mean, you know, we're at Tucker Park and we have a beautiful view of the river and we have lots of land and lots of opportunity for expansion. And I'm just so proud as a member of Parliament to be a part of that and to advocate. My job has always been to represent this riding in Ottawa. And when I go to Ottawa, I have my whiteboard, I have my list, I have my projects. I've had a good run lately. We're knocking a lot of those off the list. But we still got a lot of work to do. We have a lot of work to do as a community. We have a lot of work to do here at UNB St. John to continue to grow this campus because the future here is so bright. And I know either Dom or the Premier certainly said that within 5 years we'll have 500 students enrolled in this program. That is phenomenal growth in itself. So, again, I just want to say how appreciative I am to be your member of Parliament, how appreciative I am and respectful I am of the role I play in going to Ottawa to advocate for you, to advocate for projects that help this community grow. And I'm going to continue to do that. I'm going to continue to work hard for St. John. I certainly want to acknowledge, you know, Minister Holder, Mr. Fleming, Arlene Dunn, Bill, Dorothy, Gary. You're all great partners here for us in the St. John region, and the Premier too. And I just certainly want to say I feel very privileged today, and it's a wonderful day for UNB St. John. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Wayne. I have been on record you have been on record, me too, but this is about you now. You have been on record as a supporter of the Integrated Health Initiative since its inception. Another long-time supporter of IHI has been the Honorable Trevor Holder, who has served for 6 terms as MLA for Portland Simmons since 1999. His extensive experience has spanned numerous portfolios, and we are all are most pleased that his responsibilities since 2018 have included post-secondary education. I am pleased to welcome the person we consider our minister, Trevor Holder, to the podium.
Well, thanks, Dr. Hauff. It always is great to come back to you and BSJ, and I know that Wayne and I both share that, but Minister Fleming was also a graduate of this campus as well, and I'll reference that in a few minutes. But I want to say a huge thank you to Minister LeBlanc, to the Premier for his support, to our entire caucus as well for their support as well. And it is great to be here not only as the member from this area, but also the Minister of Post-Secondary Education, and as a former student union leader here on this campus, as a former SRC president. I'm very proud to say that I graduated from this campus. I can't believe that my daughter is actually here now in the science program and has a very keen interest in health as well. And this is actually the third time that I've stood almost in this very same place over the course of this past year. And Minister Shepherd and I were here in March when I had the pleasure of announcing a performance-based funding agreement with the university to have more trained nurses in our province. I said at that point, it wouldn't be the last time we were here. It might not even be the second last time we were here. And Premier, we're working on a few things today where I don't think this will be the last time either. And then we were back in the fall of this year to announce that we were repatriating 10 seats from Memorial University to Dalhousie Medicine right here on this campus. And as I alluded to a minute ago, I said we were just priming the pump. You know, putting those initiatives aside for a second, I couldn't be happier about this one today. I think by now everyone in this room and everyone beyond it knows that health care has been a priority of our administration. And this project has been a priority of our entire caucus. And I also want to say a huge shout out to both Minister Shepherd and Minister Fleming, because as former ministers of health, they were every bit as much committed to this in their previous roles as I've been in my role as Minister of Post-Secondary Education. We've launched several initiatives in the past year to help with the labor force and help with that particular sector. And I know that the Department of Health has launched many other initiatives in that regard as well. And while some of our investments will take time to generate improvements, others are having an immediate impact. But the sum of all of these efforts will continue to make a difference in the lives of New Brunswickers right across the board. And today is another significant step forward in that regard. This development will allow the University of New Brunswick and St. John to become more attractive to post-secondary students across Canada and across the world. The work and the training that has been done and offered at this Health and Innovation Center will pay significant dividends and will contribute greatly to the efforts to build a strong and sustainable health system. This new facility, along with the program that backs it up, will improve health leadership, health administration, health research here in New Brunswick. And we've all talked over the last little while about how we have a real opportunity to create a Silicon Valley kind of environment here with respect to health research. We haven't even begun to imagine the opportunities that this is going to bring us. And Wayne, it's been a few months back that you and I sat down, and I say months, it's probably been more like a year and a half to 2 years, to talk about how we drive this forward. But this is an example of what all of us can collectively do as St. Johners and as New Brunswickers to drive this community forward. And like all of you here today, along with my caucus, we're very proud to be here. Thanks, everyone.
So my script now says we are beyond excited. Can we just be for a second excited? Thank you. Thank you. The Health and Social Innovation Center facility will make the IHI and to our partners huge differences. For example, we know the Health and Social Innovation Center will be the catalyst for the development of the Health and Technology District St. John, a public-private academic partnership among UMB, Opportunities New Brunswick, and the LA Group of Surrey, BC. The LA Group were deliberately selecting St. John for the development of the Health and Technology District because of the plans for the Integrated Health Initiative and the unique cluster of healthcare organizations here on Tucker Park. We are very pleased by their recognition of the immense potential here and the role they will play in actualizing it. This is yet another confirmation that St. John's time to take its place on the national stage has come. I'm deeply grateful to the local proponents for the Integrated Health Initiative, including CEO Paulette Hicks of Envision St. John, Mayor Donna Reardon and the St. John Common Council, the mayors of the 5 regional municipalities, and our partners in healthcare. Another outstanding champion for IHI is, of course, UMB's President and Vice Chancellor Paul Matherall. Like me, he joined the university leadership team in 2019, and he quickly identified the Integrated Health Initiative as one of the institution's foremost priorities. Also, he's out of the country at the moment. He didn't want to miss the opportunity to participate in this landmark event. So please turn your attention to the screen for Dr. Matherall's remarks.
Good afternoon. Mr. LeBlanc, Premier Higgs, Mr. Wayne Long, Mr. Holder, members of the UMB Board of Governors, members of the university community, alumni, and friends. I sincerely regret that I can't be with you in person for this truly extraordinary event. Please be assured I'm with you in the spirit of this celebration. First and foremost, on behalf of UMB, I want to add my thanks to the Government of Canada and the Province of New Brunswick for their precedent-setting commitment to the construction of the Health and Social Innovation Centre. Minister LeBlanc, Premier Higgs, your government support demonstrates that you share our vision for a St. John-based Centre of Excellence with UMB at its heart, leading the way in health and social innovation, a powerful magnet for motivated students, highly qualified faculty, and world-class researchers. A place that educates professionals in a new way of thinking built on teamwork and interprofessional collaboration. A place that celebrates bold solutions capable of affecting not just change, but transformation in our society. A place in which other jurisdictions turn when confronted with seemingly insurmountable healthcare challenges and social issues. And a place with an impact on New Brunswick, the Atlantic region, and all of Canada. Over the past 3 years, we've had so many people that have supported us as we sought the funding to make this vision a reality. Of course, Minister LeBlanc, Wayne Long, Premier Higgs, thank you all. And of course, many ministers in the provincial government, from Minister Holder, Minister Shepherd, and Minister Arlene Dunn, thank you all. And a number of officials in Opportunities New Brunswick and the Regional Development Corporation, thank you all. And St. John Mayor Donna Reardon and all of your regional counterparts, thank you. And Paulette Hicks, CEO of Envision St. John. An idea without execution is just a dream. To those I've mentioned and many others, thank you for joining us in making this dream come true. Of course, it's what goes on inside the Health and Social Innovation Centre that will have this far-reaching impact. This purpose-built facility will inspire new ways of learning and bring people together to discuss new ideas about the delivery of care, to conduct research, and to formulate policy that will have impact on the ground, and to form productive partnerships with influence far beyond the campus gates. In fact, the collision of people and ideas, facilitated by the building's open spaces and transparent walls, is the foundation of innovation. We are firmly committed to deploying these innovations, whether they be in software, digital devices, or social innovations that extend and strengthen civil society. With a social innovation mindset, our students, faculty, and staff can play leadership roles in the next wave of community growth and development, creating a hub for public engagement. On a different but equally important trajectory, in collaboration with the co-located Health and Technology District St. John, we will create a vibrant ecosystem of inventors, innovators, and entrepreneurs, working alongside our scientists, clinicians, and healthcare providers to improve, perhaps even revolutionize, our healthcare system. Our students will have an extensive range of opportunities for experiential learning, including internships, co-op placements, and employment. Taken all together, we will contribute to revitalizing our healthcare system, ensuring it is responsive to the needs of our families and communities, adaptable to evolving healthcare practices, and affordable for governments and taxpayers. This is a signal occasion in the life of this university and a significant milestone for our St. John campus. This building and the integrated health initiative it supports are an integral part of our strategic vision, UNB toward 2030. They exemplify our 5 strategic goals of research impact, transformative education for the future, engagement and impact, a people-centered, values-informed university community, and a modern, integrated, sustainable UNB. I've often been heard to say that the world needs more UNB. This has never been more true than it is today. Thank you very much. Good afternoon.
As you have heard, we got a lot of money today. And as you can see, we need more. So UNB has a financial commitment to this building and to the programs of integrated health. We will be turning to our alumni and friends in the community and beyond to seek their philanthropic support. So be prepared for me knocking on your doors. Our campaign is in early stages, but we already have a number of donors and volunteers who have stepped forward to join us in establishing this National Center of Excellence. And more details will follow in the new year. So following a brief photo session with the speakers, we will conclude the formal part of the program for this afternoon. The speakers and I will be available to meet with media representatives. Everyone else is cordially invited to stay, enjoy the conversations and the refreshments, and thank you again for joining us for this very special occasion, one of the most important in the 58-year history of this campus. Thank you.